Hi, my name is Lesedi Dawn. It's been a minute since we've had time to just talk and catch up, purely because, honestly speaking, the past 3 months have been insane. But never mind that, I am here today and we are going to catch up. I've been traveling quite a bit. I've been to Ghana over the past 3 months twice, each time for about a week. So today's video is about top 10 things that you can look forward to when you go to Ghana, and also more like top 10 things you should know about Ghana as well prior to you going, just so that you know, right? Just so that you know. All right, first things first, you are going to need a yellow fever shot and a yellow fever little book. It's very vital that you have this. It's basically your malaria shot, because one thing about Ghana is that it's quite tropical, so there is quite a lot of mosquitoes, so you just want to make sure that, in fact, you can't even get into the country. It's not about you making sure, like, they will not let you in the country because they do not want to take responsibility of you being sick and then blaming it on the country, so you need to have your yellow fever shot book, and you also do need a visa to get into Ghana. You can get a temporary visa or like a more short-term visa. There's visas that are available for 3 months. You've got a 6 months visa, and then there's like a year, 2 years, 5 years, 20 years, like it depends. Okay, so yeah, make sure that you do get that sorted out. You kind of have to get that sorted out. It's not a question of, those are the requirements. And now, given the times that we live in, you might want to check closer to when you want to travel, should there be any other changes given the Panamera. I know now they've put out to say that they are not letting people in unless if you've gotten your shot for the Panamera. Not using those words purely because I do not want to discredit my chances of being moneyed up in here on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. So those are rules that a country can set to say they're not allowing people in based on those things, or rather those are the requirements of someone coming into their country, especially if you're South African. They're just like blaming all these different versions of this thing on us. There's a new one like Mario or something like that. Again, can't say the word, but they're kind of blaming that on us, and it was never really us to begin with, child. So there's that. Okay, so first things first, get your yellow fever shot, get your visa, and check what else they might require. They obviously do also require a negative test when you leave your country. You can't fly out without a negative test, and also the country is very strict. When you land at the airport, they want to test you again, just to make sure that the test that you did a few hours ago before you left your country is still the case. Okay, so they do test upon arrival as well, and you need to pay for that before leaving your own country. Secondly, talking about flights, getting into the country, if you're flying from South Africa, it's about 5-6 hour flight if you're flying direct. I know, for instance, with SAA, which is our national carrier, our national airline, we were not flying for quite a few months. So my first trip to Ghana, which is a week before our national carrier could fly again or was back in business, we had to fly through Ethiopia, so with Ethiopian Airways, and therefore the trip felt longer. So we flew 5 hours to East Africa, only to fly 5 hours to West Africa. So essentially it was a 10-hour flight. It was super long with like a 1-2 hour layover. And yeah, it felt longer. Whereas the second time, I mean, we were there so quick. Literally 5 hours flies by. Thirdly, let's talk about transport. All right, so Uber works in Ghana, which is awesome. Same app, same everything, picks up your location, all of that. But obviously, if you're in a different country, if you're in a foreign country, you're not landing and your cell phone network is working, right? You hope that the airport Wi-Fi works, but I would say don't bank on it. All right, so the first time we went, the airport Wi-Fi was working, which was nice. The second time it was glitching, so that made me realize that if you are going to Ghana and you don't have anyone expecting you or waiting for you, that could be troublesome once you land. I'm very skeptical of just getting random meter taxis in a foreign country. I don't even get meter taxis in my own country, in South Africa. Like whether it's Johannesburg or Cape Town, I do not do the meter taxi thing. It is Uber one way. So if I can't do that in my own country, how am I risking it in a different country? So I would say make sure that you've sorted out your transport from the airport to your hotel before you even fly out, so that whoever it is that's picking you up knows exactly what time you land. If it is like a travel agency, they've got your name and surname, okay, and they're waiting for you there by departure by the time that you land. Purely because, you know, if you're in a different country, again, you don't want to risk it, you don't want to play with your life, your network doesn't even work, you trying to randomly connect to random Wi-Fi's. So yeah, get that sorted, your transportation. But Uber does work, so it's easier to get around once you've settled in. All right, number 4, let's talk about hotels. Woo! Ghana though, Ghana. I needed to take a sip for that one because, honey, I was impressed. Okay, the first time we went, again, like I said, it was for a wedding. We stayed at a hotel called Kempinski. It's one of their 5-star hotels. It's actually the best hotel in the country. Like, no jokes. It's in Accra, which is the capital city of Ghana. And it is beautiful. It's breathtaking. It's like what you'd expect in Johannesburg or Cape Town, which is nice to have that level of comfort, especially when you're in a different country. You don't have to worry about Wi-Fi connectivity. The hospitality is there from arrival, being helped with your bags, etc. So I'm going to share with you 3 of the top hotels, and each one obviously has its own different benefits. Kempinski, one thing about it is it's very global. It's very international standards. Like, they get it. It's like superb. The second best hotel would be Movenpick. Movenpick I haven't been to, but I've heard a lot of great things about it, especially by some of my Ghanaian friends. They've rated it to be second best in Accra. The third hotel is Lesedi Beach Hotel, which we stayed at the second time round when we went to Ghana. What I loved about Lesedi Beach Hotel is that their food is really good. Like, you cannot mistake it. Their breakfast is just divine. Like, there was no day that I missed breakfast, okay? Their food, like, even if I had 10 minutes before our driver is here, I will go have breakfast because their breakfast is really good. Their buffet is really good. What is awesome about these 3 hotels that I've listed, or most of the hotels there as well that are 4-star or 5-star, is that their menu is quite diverse. So they will have, you know, like your international stuff, so your continental breakfast and all of that, but they also have some of the local stuff. So even on the buffet, there's like a section there that's just literally the local menu. So the first time I went, I'm like, definitely, I'm adventurous, so definitely gonna try jollof rice. Tried it, loved it. And what happened, every single night, every single day, it was not missing on my plate. Yes, I would have the other things, but the jollof had to be there. Either I'm having it for lunch, I'm having it for dinner, but I am definitely having it. Honey, yay. Now, if you've had Nigerian jollof rice and you've had Ghanaian jollof rice, you might have different opinions. I'm South African, so I'm definitely not biased as to say this is my country, therefore our jollof rice is the best, because there's a little bit of, you know, drama there. Whose jollof rice is the best? I don't know. I haven't been to Nigeria, so I can't compare. Maybe I'll go to Nigeria and I'll be able to then tell you whose jollof rice is the best. But for now, I've had Ghanaian jollof rice and I've loved it every single time. Just thinking about it, like, guilt-free. Like, the food was so good. Like, you are not counting calories. There's no way. You are just no, I understand. It's okay. But definitely try the jollof rice. You might try out some of the other local food as well. They might not be up your alley, maybe because just the general you know, flavoring or the profile of the spices that are used might not be up to your alley. It might not be something you've tried before, so therefore you might not be able to, you know, take it in like palate wise and all of that. I did try plantain. Obviously it's like almost like fried banana. I love bananas, so I knew I wouldn't have an issue with that. But like having something sweet and like meat and like jollof rice, like that was a lot going on my plate at some point. But the jollof rice, number one, 100%. All right, number 6, let's talk about the Wi-Fi. Now I've touched a little bit on this as to when you land at the airport, and maybe that might have scared you a bit. I did not mean to scare you. When you do stay at your hotel, whatever hotel, I have found the Wi-Fi is quite strong. I think they are used to having not locals, therefore they can't risk it with their Wi-Fi. You can't risk having someone from America or someone from South Africa coming and not being able to connect with their loved ones from home. That's just very tricky. You're gonna get bad ratings. No one's gonna come stay at your hotel, so you need to accommodate that. So one thing I found is that every single hotel we stayed at, every single restaurant that we went to, the Wi-Fi connection was strong. It was good. It was not shaky. It was not slow. Like at Labadi, which was the second hotel from the second trip, Wi-Fi was really strong. I could YouTube stream music while getting ready during the day. So literally you end up feeling at home, like it is your fiber connection, like no complications, like no inconvenience whatsoever. So if you are going to Ghana for only a week or so, I don't think it's necessary to get a SIM card. I think if you're staying at a good hotel, your Wi-Fi connection should be good enough, okay? But if you are planning on going and you're planning on being there for a month or even longer, that's very long, you're gonna need a SIM card, okay? Like, trying to always connect to Wi-Fi and you've been there for weeks, no. Get a local number. But if you're there for a week only, I think Wi-Fi alone should be sufficient. All right, let's talk about activities. When I go to a country, one of the biggest things I consider is what activities will I be able to do while I'm there. Now, you get different travelers. You get 2 different types of travelers. What I love about myself is I'm a bit of both. Okay, firstly, you get the leisure traveler who wants to do things that are nice and fun, but not too much, like not too much energy or activity on their behalf, but they're fun, okay, like leisure. And then you get the other one, which I'll jump into just now. So let's talk about the leisure activities. So they have a lot of boat cruises. Obviously Accra, being the capital of Ghana, it's at the bottom of the country sort of, so quite coastal, so the beach and everything is literally right there. Going on a boat cruise is a nice thing to do. I remember one thing that we did on one particular Sunday is we went to Aqua Safari. Aqua Safari is in the eastern region of Ghana. Now, it's a 2-hour drive from Accra, which we were well aware of, but that trip felt very long. It felt longer than 2 hours, if I'm being honest. But we had lovely hosts. We were obviously driven there, had snacks, had drinks. We didn't have to worry about anything. So I just ended up seeing it as a road trip. And once we got there, it was totally worth it. It was so worth it. I think that was the highlight of my second trip to Ghana, was Aqua Safari. At some point, am I in Ghana or am I in Cape Town? Like, no jokes, no lies, nothing. Like, literally, that cruise was it. Okay, that cruise was it. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I've done a reel about it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't think I can put the reel here, purely because the music that is used is Vibes on Vibes. I don't want to get strikes from YouTube because I'm playing Vibes on Vibes Bloody Samaritan. But yeah, check it out on Instagram. It really just captures what that whole experience was. We literally had dinner by the beachfront as well. So I take off my shoes. I get very comfortable when I go to places. So took off my shoes, toes in the sand, eating, ocean, breeze, waves, candles. Aqua Safari. Okay, put that down. If you take anything from this video, let it be Aqua Safari, because wow, Ghana, I never expected it. It blew me away. It blew me away. Now, we spoke about activities. We spoke about the one person that loves leisure, which I'm like 50% of her. And the other side of activities of people that travel and seek adventure. I'm also her. Like, maybe I'm more her than I'm her, but I'm definitely this person too. You know, adventure. Adventure is very important. I could never travel and go somewhere and be in a hotel room the entire time. That would be so off brand for me, purely because I love being outside. I'm not a homebody at all. Like, I'm not a homebody. I mean, the past 3 months, I've been either in Cape Town or Ghana, or working or in transit or in a different province in my own country. But out of those 3 months, the only time I was home was two weekends. 2 weekends I was home in 3 months. The rest, I was not here. Physically not here. Physically, not mental. I was not home, okay? So I'm not a homebody. I am this person, the adventure seeker. So let's talk about adventure seeking in Ghana. All right. The main common one that everyone sort of goes towards is the horse riding element. Horse riding, we stayed at Labadi Beach Hotel, like I've said the second time round. They've got horses and Porsches, but they've got horses by the beach. So that is something that you can do, you know, go on a 30-minute horse walk, I can't say riding because it's not going fast, but a horse walk or on the horse for 20-30 minutes, depending however long you're comfortable with. And that is a beautiful experience. So that is one that I definitely did and I enjoyed. Another one, right? So yes, there's the boat cruise, then there is the horse riding. There's also like canoeing, like other water activities, speed boating, etc. I am adventurous. I'm not there yet. Canoeing I can do in my own country. In other countries, I don't know what's in your water. So also I've noticed that when it comes to advertising of activities that you can do, the leisure ones are more advertised, maybe a bit of the horses and Porsches, the horses. But when it comes to the more extreme ones, they aren't. You have to dig a little bit, so you have to really be this person to find those activities, right? So one thing that I knew that I wanted to do in Ghana, because Ghana is super tropical. It is like a jungle. It's super tropical. So I was like, can I hike in Ghana? Like, that was a real question that I had, and I was seeking an answer for. First trip, we were hosted. It was lovely. We went, you know, one Sunday we spent in the mountains, and we loved that experience. It was beautiful. That's when I was like, no man, these jungles, I want to climb. I want to not just see and be driven up, and I want to climb. I want to hike. I'm coming back next month. Let me do my research. Let me have conversations with my Ghanaian friends and find out how can we make it happen. Needless to say, second time round when I went, hiking was on the list, okay? Hiking was on the list. We went to a seminar, and they've got beautiful waterfalls, which I appreciated, because it's just a side that like waterfalls tend to be hidden. You need to find them. You need to know where they are to go and actually, you know, experience them, right? So in order for that to happen, like the vision that I had, the experience that I was after, I would have had to walk up before 4 o'clock, like 3:30 alarm, so that 4 o'clock I could leave Labadi Beach Hotel to be able to go to a seminar for the waterfalls and for the hike experience. So 4 o'clock I left. A friend of mine, Adam, who might be watching this, hey, he made it happen, and that adventure was really, really amazing. We got there 4 a.m. so the sun is not even out, y'all. 4 a.m. is like, I don't know if you know how dark it is at 4 a.m. It's dark. It's very dark. It's like pitch black. Like, it's dark, okay? Drove in the dark. We went. Driving in the dark, by the way, driving before your 9 a.m. is nice in Ghana because there's no traffic. And I think about Ghana, there's a lot of traffic. Like, it's a lot, y'all. Like, your traffic situation, We need to work on that. We need to work on that. We need to, I don't know how, but we need to work on that. So 4 a.m. was nice because there was no traffic. So you get a real feel of how long it takes to get from one place to another. Essentially, it was supposed to take us about an hour or two with traffic. So we made allocation for that it might take us long based on traffic. But it was 4 a.m. so there was no traffic. So it took us 20 minutes. 20 minutes we were there. The caretaker of the waterfall place opened for us quite early. They don't open at 4 a.m. so we obviously had his number. He opened for us and it was really breathtaking. I don't know how else to, it was beautiful. Okay, it was beautiful. It was just so magical, and like you are in nature before sunrise. The birds, every little sound that you hear is literally at its highest. Like your senses are heightened because obviously sight wise it's dark, you can't see much, so everything else is working on times 10. Waterfalls are beautiful. The hike was amazing. The caretaker literally said that it's about a 300-meter walk to the waterfalls. Initially I was disappointed because that's not a hike. It's 300 meters. It's a small walk. It's like me walking to my front gate of the complex. It's 300 meters, but that was a lie. That was a beautiful lie because it was more like 3 kilometers. So it kind of like brought my expectations very low. I was just like, okay, fine, whatever. And then the actual experience was exactly what I had in mind, and that was beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I was sweating at some point, which you should when you're hiking, right? It was amazing. We actually had another waterfall planned, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna save that for the next time I come. I need a reason to come back to Ghana, so let that be on my list for when I come back. So we did that waterfall and it was absolutely amazing. So what I enjoyed about Ghana is that there is just so much to do, and that is a beautiful thing about a country. Number 9, I would do you a disservice if I did not speak about the currency. Now, South Africans have this thing where we think that our currency is really good. I mean, it's not bad. The rand's not bad. It's not bad compared to the naira, you know. It's not like we're good. But there are countries in Africa whose currency is stronger than ours. Like the Botswana pula is stronger than the South African rand, right? A lot of people don't know that, unless if you are from Botswana, you know that you are one-upping us with that. But the Ghanaian cedis is really strong. It's stronger than the rand. Like one Ghanaian cedi is equals to, one Ghanaian cedi is 2 rand 16. Okay, so if you have 10 rands, you basically almost only have 4 cedis. So you want to keep that in mind when you're planning your trip. And that brings me to my 10th point, and I left the best for last. If you've been to Ghana and you've been watching this video, you're probably like, why has she not spoken about this? Or if you are Ghanaian, you're like, when is she going to mention this part about her country? When is she going to mention this part? I left the best for last. Ghanaians, y'all know how to party. Y'all know how to, hey, was I not shocked? Was I not? Ghana's nice. Ghana's nice. Like the nightlife, y'all know, y'all are vibes, like 100% vibes on vibes. It's you guys are, they dance at any given moment in time. Like I thought South Africans, you know, but Ghanaians are, you know, I've heard Nigerian is also, but I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been to Lagos, so I can't really compare. All I can compare is South Africa and Ghana. And Ghana, I felt at home because, Chale, the nightlife, it's a jumbo. It's really like the clubs, the vibes, the music. And it's so interesting because they also play a lot of South African music as well. So at some point it's like I'm a piano and you're like, but I'm in Accra. Africa. Like, it's like, what? Had a lot of fun. The people, like, from hotel, from everything to nightlife, from yes please, good morning, like from there to night, like everything was my experience of Ghana. Literally a 10 out of 10. Wait, a 9 out of 10. And this is not to blame. This is not on you. This is not on you. There's nothing you can do about the one mark that is missing, which is just the heat. I have to speak about the heat because I did not even add it on any of the 10 points. And I don't want someone getting to Ghana and saying, the city, you didn't tell me it was this hot. Well, you know, Africa, it's also that hot in South Africa, in certain parts of South Africa. I'm from Limpopo, which is like very, very hot. The difference though is that with Ghanaian heat, it's quite humid. So if you've been to Asia, if you've been to like Thailand, then you can relate to that sort of weather. It's the same, it's tropical heat. So it's a different, it's not like Limpopo heat that's dry, no water heat, like choking. No, not that heat. Not Botswana heat, which is the same as Limpopo heat, which is like choking heat. No, it's more like Durban heat, Thailand heat. So very humid, but that's great for your skin. Your makeup might melt, but your skin's gonna love you for that because you drink more water, obviously, to stay hydrated. And I don't know what the heat does, but you just be glowing all the time, and that's just like a beautiful thing about a country, you know, that you just come back glowing. You left maybe dry, come back glowing. Like, that's just beautiful. Okay. Anyway, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was lovely to spend some time chatting up and catching up with you. Let me know in the comment section whether you've been to Ghana. What was your most favorite thing about Ghana? And if you've not been to Ghana, is it now a place, a country that you're planning to visit? And if so, when? I know traveling is a bit of a challenge now, but it's still doable. If you want to travel. Life's short, so live today for today. Not because of YOLO, but purely because, you know, life. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It will just let me know also if you'd like for me to rate more countries, if you'd like for me to rate more hotels, rate more places, by you giving it a thumbs up. And if you are just somehow just randomly ended up here and you're like, who's this girl? Check me out on Instagram. My handle is @Lesedi Dawn. I'll put it somewhere here on the screen just so that it's easy for you to quickly go on your phone right now and search, or screen grab if this is on your phone. Screen grab that handle is @Lesedi Dawn. Simple. So LESEDIDAWN. That's my handle. That's my name. That's my handle. That's my name. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.